Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the most important news stories of the day from the United States and around the world. So grab a coffee, sit back, and let's get started with today's top headlines. From the United States, starting with emergency news, a major power grid failure from yesterday continues to affect large portions of the Midwest this Sunday morning. States of emergency remain in effect across Illinois and Indiana as emergency crews work to restore power, with officials warning that some areas may face another 24 hours without electricity amid dangerously cold temperatures. In political developments, a breakthrough occurred during rare Saturday sessions as Senate leaders reached a tentative bipartisan agreement on the long-stalled infrastructure package. Key disagreements over funding have reportedly been resolved, setting the stage for a final vote this coming Tuesday. Turning to technology, social media platforms spent a weekend battling a sophisticated disinformation campaign that falsely claimed major financial institutions had suffered cybersecurity breaches. Authorities have confirmed the claims are completely unfounded, but the incident has already reignited intense debates about content moderation policies and digital literacy. And in exciting space news, NASA successfully launched its much-delayed Artemis 3 mission early this morning. The unmanned spacecraft is now en route to the Lunar Gateway Station, carrying critical supplies, marking the final major step before next year's planned crewed moon landing. Now, let's turn our attention to the top stories from around the globe. Our top international story comes from Brussels, where emergency G7 talks concluded this morning with the unified statement expressing grave concern over escalating tensions in the South China Sea. The group called for immediate de-escalation, though China's foreign ministry has already condemned what it calls unacceptable interference in regional affairs. In the Middle East, ceasefire negotiations hit a significant roadblock this weekend after a series of attacks threatened to unravel the fragile truce. Mediators from Qatar and Egypt are working urgently to salvage the agreement, but trust between the parties appears to be rapidly deteriorating. Across Europe, massive protests unfolded in multiple capitals against newly proposed EU digital privacy regulations. Organizers estimate over 500,000 people marched in Berlin, Paris, and Amsterdam, arguing the proposed rules would create what amounts to a mandatory digital identity system. In concerning financial news, several major European banks will remain closed tomorrow after a coordinated cyber attack disrupted financial systems across the continent. While the European Central Bank has assured customers their deposits are secure, the incident has exposed serious vulnerabilities in the region's banking infrastructure. And finally, in sports history, the World Athletics Championships concluded in Tokyo with 3 world records broken on the final day alone. Athletes from 6 different nations took home gold medals, capping what many are calling the most competitive and exciting championship in decades. That's all for today's news, folks. Stay informed, stay safe, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next update. See you tomorrow for another round of important news.